Nobody knows any details yet.
You lost some weight, skinny mini.
Yeah.
Looking good.
Yeah, losing heaps.
Yeah. You
Down.
need to be built outside.
No, I can't.
Oh, right.
Squeezes my hips and I just end up with a sore back.
Oh, yeah, okay, that's not good. Maybe just new jeans then. New jeans.
Okay, troops. Left it to your own devices. Sorry, just put my legs up. Pull you around a bit.
But I thought the water helps the pain, no?
The hot water helped indeed. Yeah. She didn't want to go in the bath at first. Jane, go over. Okay, let's see if I can juggle all this. Because I was massaging and putting heat back. How are we all online? Not too sure how I'll manage to check your texts. Okay, I'll put you down. Whoop. How are you going in needle boats? Seriously, you doing all right? Yeah. There we go. Could you hold those? Do you want me to carry those? Yes, that'd be great. Thank you. Come on, Jane, we're going this way. Okay. Now, let's see if I can have a look at what you... Oh, hi, Pam. Hey, Nobby. Smithy, I think I said hello to you before. I'll have to stop and have a good look at the chat when we get up to the lake. Hey, Bluebird.
There you go, good.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Redneck. How are you, Kim?
She probably, maybe she doesn't want to give the photos
You shot one up?
for all of us.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, I think I've caught up with whoever's on there. Yeah, so we don't know what happened with Annie. We don't have any funeral details yet. So yeah, can't enlighten you with any information there. Yeah, it was very, yeah, such a big shock. Such a big shock. And he was always running around into so many different things. So active, so busy. Yeah, a bit hard to fathom. But yeah, oh, amazing, you know, looking online and Facebook and wherever, and so many people were touched by Annie and felt her love. Hundreds of people have responded to the posts that the guys have put up on Facebook. And so many more people would be here if they could. But we're all always together in spirit. Now we have Angel Annie. Keeping an eye on all of us. Keeping us safe. Okay, we're so going to miss her. It's been a while since we've had this many people here. Quite a while. But yeah, it seems like a lot of people are passing over. And John Murphy, not so long ago, I think it was the day before Anzac Day, he passed over. Somebody said John Wilson passed over too. I hadn't heard about that, so I'm not too sure what the story is there. Yeah. But anyway, heard Annie's job here was done, and done well. It's going to be beautiful to hear everybody's stories about Annie. She was very quietly spoken. I don't think she ever spoke on the microphone here. Often had to listen very carefully. Oh yes, a wise, wise woman. So yeah, it's been an emotional few days, that's for sure. So yeah, we missed Annie on Mother's Day. Very unlike her, not to be there for Mother's Day. I'd sent her a message on Messenger the weekend before. So we hadn't seen her for a couple of weeks, I think. But she didn't respond to that. Wasn't too concerned. It's not that unusual for Annie to not be here all the time. But then when she didn't show up on Mother's Day, I was like, So I sent her a text on Monday, and her daughter got back to me. Thank goodness. And said she'd passed suddenly on Thursday. So that's all the information that we have. So yeah, there's no funeral details yet. They're waiting on the coroner. So yes, very grateful. Very, very grateful that her daughter let us know. But yeah, it's been beautiful to catch up with everybody on the phone, have a bit of a chat, a bit of a cry. And it's so beautiful to have everybody here. Naked trees. Okay, well, I'll sit you guys down. Got a few little bits and pieces to set up. Candles and flowers and things.
I said that just proves I haven't been walking as much as I should.
I'll put you down the front.
Now I'm going to have to take mine off because she always did.
I know.
Oh, there's going to be a lot of
And you've got purple
barefoots
sticky
around today.
socks. Yeah. Got glittery toes.
And it's big on the ground here, of course.
Problem. Everything's still the same.
Okay, we'll be there, guys, for a bit.
Is that born over there? Hey, look, there's born in his van. I'm not sure what's happening. What are we going to do?
Well, usually, oh, look how low the water is.
I know, low tide.
Low tide.
Normally we just set up
Across here.
all the flowers and candles and stuff.
So this way, do you think? Or so?
He just wants to know where to stand with
Yeah,
the camera.
yeah, yeah. Well, I'm going to put it down. So I'll
She
put
doesn't want to be in the way.
Well,
Oh, right. Okay. So,
You're going to have to move, Bridge.
I know, I just wanted to put it down so I can participate.
Got your stuff? It's not.
Well, I've got a good shot on it, Mama. And it's only got you. I'm just going to.
Where we think.
yeah, I need about half a dozen of them just to put on my little stretching grass on Parramatta
Yeah, I
Road.
didn't bring any up.
Right where the
Where are we thinking? Here?
yeah, there's just a small stretch of grass right on Parramatta Road, and it's right where
So,
the cars
I've
stop
got
for
some
the traffic lights.
clear the space. But instead of doing like a bunch so big, I just thought whoever wants to just pick some and do your own, you know, rather than attracting the attention of a big fire.
So you should use your lid. It's not windy, is it? You reckon?
Don't know. Try and give it a go.
Yeah, I'll say that.
Look, we even got the same colour. Candle. Oh, she likes
Yeah.
Sorry. Did you want any leaves? We're going to burn them. How do you think with this?
I think we need smudging every time you come down.
You missed it? Hey? You missed it here? You didn't you?
Oh, no. Now you're in super trouble.
You want this?
Put on flowers down there.
I'm not as tall as him though. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
What did you do
Yeah.
there? I've got one here.
Pretty hard when you on this.
Because one starts singing, they all go.
Oh, get away.
There's one food on your hand.
That's a good way with it.
I noticed there's a lot of leg lifting, but there's not much coming.
Yeah, got mine.
Rich, your thing got knocked over, so please check it for us.
I'm here.
Please, Lord, take any in the heaven. Please. Thank you.
Baz, what do you want, Baz?
Let me sort going backwards, thank you.
And this is before the pub.
Saved by the women again.
I did the grog away 2 years ago. Best thing I ever done. I give it away anyway. Okay.
It's saying. Oh yeah, what's it on, mate?
I'm off to the coast for about an hour and a half. Work for the weekend. Time to myself for 4 weeks.
Sunday here.
Few days on it.
Step up, but if you still go,
People need to lose everything before they stand up. They won't stand up for the government trying to kill them all. They won't stand up for the government trying to poison them and give me a hand. They won't stand up for anything but their job. That's it. Their assets. Material bullshit.
Do the red? What's that?
This, mate.
So sad.
You don't take your word, you? Like send off things like. Huh?
I think Anita's got all this. She got the words.
That's all right. You know, mate.
Like the Jews, mate, back in 1944, just line up and go to your dad. That is fucking, that's brilliant. Right up. I watch that every day. Right up. So I bury it in my head, what they're doing, and it's, it's so well put together. It's so cool, isn't it?
Yeah. What would you call that? A video of?
I went to that many pharmacies, right?
Where are you? You Facebook Live? And you are in Facebook Live? And you are?
You're all fucking murderers and you're strange people coming from you, right? That's what I said to them. And anyway, that's what I said. And then I walked out. I'm going up Baker Street. I just slapped him on the back.
You did well.
This fucking pharmacist guy, we were running up the street. I heard this people. And he's this fucking pharmacist with a mask on. He's going, let me tell you how good the vaccines are and what they're doing for the people. Let me tell you. And I just laughed. I said, fuck off, you idiot, with your science bullshit. Get out of my face. See how much a caddy, see how much a caddy can. See how much a caddy much. Wow.
Thanks, what happened to you? Yeah. Thank you. Well, you guys raise back these.
Yeah, use that one and we'll get him going.
Good luck.
Hey troops,
Got that lighter?
take you in for a bit of a
Oh, Lily's got the lighter now. You want a lighter?
And he was always first to bring the flowers and the candles any occasion that we had. And this is that on a bit larger scale than normal. Not surprising.
Yeah, that's lovely. Good job, guys.
Losing a leg here. Needs a little leg.
Don't start.
Like,
What we have this like German existentialists like
No, a couple of these up there,
should have but they still want to have all the
maybe pass it on.
oh, and don't forget they've got to say something about
Oh, we can go down here now. Look at this. The lake's disappeared.
Almighty God.
That's where it should be. Not got much rain lately. Stick you in the lake bed. Oh, here's our kookaburras for Annie. You can hear those.
yes, remember when no one could see you.
Yeah, that's right. or any other.
See you, Pinster.
Yeah, it's like remember when
Oh, you're just saying bye to Annie, not to us. Okay. I know what's going on.
no, it came from
Okay, so we're doing a little smudging.
Hold upside down, mate.
Oh, better get in on this section.
Smoking now.
I remember my parents used to say things like oh that's queer as a two-ball watch, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
You know? Oh yeah, they don't want you to be.
Once they get going.
Oh no,
It's hard to
no.
use anyway because
Everybody else can have their culture.
Yeah.
Not ours.
yeah, but if you do use a lot of those expressions to someone, there's nothing like
Yeah, yeah, and I'm. Yeah, you have any idea? Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I was hoping you could help me by
Oh, there's just so many.
and I want to line it up for you.
Yeah, well, the 3-day, the early day passes, the camping ones are all right. So you have to come in daily.
Daily, yeah.
Yeah, so you'd have to.
Well, we don't.
Camp up.
So we can, like, we can camp outside of the event and buy day tickets.
Oh, I don't know, but no, you can like camp up around the hill and there's a caravan park, the race course.
The race course.
Yeah, that opens up, and that's pretty cheap, so people can come there and they're either getting
Bad
on,
enough.
they're either getting on the bus and then going in.
Because I went to the site a couple of times and I was a bit overwhelmed with choice.
Yeah.
I wanted to line it with what you've done.
Well, I just got the standard ticket because you can get the other ticket, like say it's an insurance thing, so you get
So just a standard ticket.
So you've got a standard ticket.
We've been, obviously, these instructions are right. We've got to get
Yeah.
But we really want to go.
Yeah,
So,
Dee's coming.
really?
Yeah, she's coming with us.
That's so cool.
She's jumping in, just going to put swag because there's no more camping.
So,
No, because she was just going to bring her. Yeah, she done last night. Yeah, I just sent her the link. Yeah. But we can do. I can tell you this afternoon.
like a standard
Yeah, I just tried to get the standard one, and she also bought the blue ticket.
Are you coming?
The blue. They're trying to do a Guinness Book of Records for the Blue Day event, which is to raise money for suicide.
So then blue, is that what
Yeah,
you're in?
yeah. So I've done. I've got a ticket in that. So when you go online, you can get the main ticket and then the blue ticket.
Is the main ticket, what is it, like $800?
Yeah. 700. Yeah, it's $800. $800 for the
How many days? 3 days. Yeah.
All
Are you coming? Yeah. I was too overwhelmed with the choices on the site. Yeah. And I wanted to align with what Chrissy was doing. I'll get online tonight and just buy them straight up.
Yeah, well, we can sort it out, so anyway.
That'd be good.
Back, so 3 days. I know. We're going out back 3 days. But we're getting there 3 days.
So what I'm hearing from you.
So we're just going to play Grandmother's Song, which we were introduced to in the women's circle on the lawns with Katie and Glenda. And yeah, and he was full in on that one.
Oh, right, yeah.
I hear the voice of my grandmother's calling me. I hear the voice of my grandmother's song. She says, stand in your power, women, stand in your power. Listen, 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 listen. I hear the voice of my grandmother's calling me. I hear the voice of my grandmother's song. She say, give birth, give life, mothers, give birth, give life. Listen, 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 listen. I hear the voice of my grandmother's calling me. I hear the voice of my grandmother's song. She say, be wise, grow and teach them, be wise. Listen, 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 listen. I hear the voice of my grandmother's calling me. I hear the voice of my grandmother's song. She say, wake up, child, wake up, wake up. Listen, 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 listen. I hear the voice of my grandmother's calling me. I hear the voice of my grandmother's song. She says, stand in your power, women, stand in your power. Listen, 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 listen. I hear the voice of my grandmother's calling me. I hear the voice of my grandmother's song. She say, give birth, give life, mothers, give birth, give life. Listen, 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 listen. I hear the voice of my grandmother's calling me. I hear the voice of my grandmother's song. She say, teach them, be wise, grow and teach them, be wise. Listen, 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 listen. I hear the voice of my grandmother's calling me. I hear the voice of my grandmother's song. She say, wake up, child, wake up, wake up. Listen, 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 listen. I hear the voice of my grandmother's calling me. I hear the voice of my grandmother's song. She says, stand in your power, women, stand in your power. Listen, 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 listen. hear the voice of my grandmother's calling me. I hear the voice of my grandmother's song. She say, give birth, give life, mothers give birth, give life. Listen, 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 listen. I hear the voice of my grandmother's calling me. I hear the voice of my grandmother's song. She say, teach them, be wise, mothers, teach them, be wise. Listen, 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 listen. I hear the voice of my grandmother's calling me. I hear the voice of my grandmother's song. She say, wake up, child, wake up, listen, 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 listen. I hear the voice of my grandmother's calling me. I hear the voice of my grandmother's song. She says, stand in your power, women, stand in your power. Listen, 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 listen. Listen, I hear the voice. 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 Listen, listen.
I'm going to turn it down a bit, Dave, so it's only starts feeling. Hello. Thank you all for joining us here today to remember our beautiful, beautiful sister, Annie. That song we first came across in the women's circle on the lawn at Parliament House, and Annie was, a massive supporter of that women's circle. And so she would have loved to have that. Yeah, it was such a shock to hear of Annie's passing. She's always so vibrant, so energetic, so full of activities, so busy. It's hard to comprehend. She was a quiet woman, but oh so powerful, such a mighty, strong woman. She exuded love. We've all been touched by her loving and her caring. What had a blank? That's one note. Small of stature, but mighty of spirit, full of light, love and cheer. Quiet, but so strong, resilient and determined. She wouldn't back down in her quiet way. She was unfazed by the abuse directed towards us. And she always maintained her composure. She was always calm. I never heard her raise her voice or speak badly of anyone. She was just love, always loving and caring. She was a part of everything. Every event on the lawn, the women's circle, the protests, the Forest of the Fallen, all the court cases for the freedom fighters and for the whistleblowers, the AMPS events. They had 3 here in Canberra, which she went to, and the 4th one was in Sydney. And so Annie and I drove up there for the day and went to that. She was always into all the jab research, into everything health related. She gave so much advice to all those who needed it. And she kept up online with all the freedom groups. And of course, here at the GG's. And she was into so many other things as well. Yoga, slow cooking groups, dancing, you name it, she was there. She'd often show up at the rock garden after everybody else had left on the way home from one of her activities. And would be 2 or 3 of us to the park. And so we'd stay and have a chat for a while longer. Annie brought all the beautiful finishing touches, all the loving touches, all the flowers, the candles, the felt hearts, the kookaburras, the food,
Best of the Keenies.
quiches, slices, biscuits, activated nuts, and the structured water for all the people that were staying in their cars. She was into everything. She shared her love and her care. That was her superpower. And now, I doubt she's having a rest. She's gone to a higher level of service. Now she can be with us all whenever we need her, nudging us, guiding us, protecting us, but above all, loving us. Thank you, Annie, for being such a blessing to all of us who have been a part of your life, and you've been a part of ours. You've been a beautiful family. I look forward to connecting with you in spirit. When I grow up, I want to be just like you. Our bodies may end, but love never does. I love you, sweet, sweet Annie.
Oh.
Are you all right?
Hi. I wasn't planning to say anything. However, Annie and I are quite close, I believe, and the day before we went on our big road trip, Annie and I went to the Crystal Fair, and Annie drove, and I was quite nervous by Annie's driving, and when I got home, I was laughing about it. But yeah, I just wanted to share a little bit of a story that on the day before we left, Annie gave us, Shannon and I, a card and a little bag of crystals for me, and a little angel, felt angel, that I hung in the window there, and
in the bus.
And on Monday morning, I was just sitting there on my phone, and Shannon said to me, "Oh, look at the little angel. It's sort of spinning around all by itself." I didn't really think much of it really at the time. But then not too long after that moment, we heard the news. So I like to think that Annie stopped by on her way home and farewelled us. But the main thing I love about Annie is her unconditional love that she shared with everybody. And I tend to think along the same way, Anita. When I grow up, I want to be just like Annie, you know. Bless her heart. And I shall miss her, but I do believe she's right there for us all to have a little chat with anytime, any day. Just speak to her with your heart and you'll hear her. That's all I want to say. God bless you, Annie. I love you.
Cute.
Well, many of us have come here today to celebrate the life of Annie. I see many tears in the eyes, but you've got to remember, Annie's going to be with us for a long time now. She's going to be watching over us. She's now our guardian angel. We now have an insider up there with the heavens, with the gods. Yeah, today's more to celebrate Annie, a beautiful lady. I've met so many people in this movement, but from day one I rocked up to the National Rock Garden. There was this little lady, her eyes would just glow when she's seen you. She would come up, and I've received a lot of hugs in this movement, but the hug that Annie gave was love. It was 100% love. But not only did she give me a beautiful hug, she gave me kookaburras to pin to my shirt, love hearts. Healing was a really big part of what Annie was. She was healing. She'd have the books. By the time you got out of your car, she'd already have the books out. Barbara O'Neill, you need to be doing this. Michael, you need this. And I've still got the stuff in my car, and I use it. Magnesium, structured water. She was right onto it. And that's where it becomes a bit of a shock for me with Annie, because Annie to me was, yes, she was a little lady, but she was healthy. She would swim. She would quite easily swim from here to the other side right now if she had to. And she would do it easily. She was a very healthy lady, and she was very loving, and she loved every single one of you guys, all of us that are here now, and many more that didn't show up today. It kept her going. She wanted to see justice, and she loved the fact that us guys here were standing up for what's right, and she wanted to be part of that. She was a really good person. She was a lovely lady that I'm proud to have said I know, and yeah, it breaks my heart that this day's come, but we've got to remember, guys, we're here to celebrate Annie. She would want us to celebrate and know that she's with us, like Lily said. The angel spun. She's watching over us, and we have an angel, we have a guardian looking over us now. So no, I love you, Annie, and thank you for everything you've done. You're a true warrior woman. Thank you. Rest in peace.
Sorry, I had my finger over the camera for a bit there.
When I think of Annie, she was just full of sweetness, like sweet honey. She always had just a beautiful smile. Her face glowed, and she had very sparkly eyes. She's just full of love and kindness and sweetness. and it was such an honour to know her and her hugs.
Rob and I probably haven't spent as much time with Annie as a lot of people here. But it didn't matter to Annie, because any time she saw us, it was like we were just part of her family, and didn't feel like there was any time between visits. She was a feeder, that's definitely. And I think the last memory I have of Annie was at the High Court not that long ago, and I'm sure I spotted her sitting there with a bag of crackling. And I was just looking at her going, God, she makes it look so yummy. And I just think that Annie's kind of reminded us all that we're here with a purpose, and that we're using our time fighting the same battle all together and sometimes apart. But at the end of the day, we're all here for a while, and then at some point no one gets out of life alive, and people will miss us and people love us, and we all go on holding that memory and celebrating people's lives and the impact they've had on all of us. And I just wanted to share a poem I wrote a long time ago for someone, and I just think it's really, well, it makes me think of Annie when I revisit this poem. Can I share it?
Yes, please.
The sun came up again today, the way it did when you flew away. Though now you're not here to share a smile, I remember how happy we were for a while. It's a comfort to think that the rays that touched your face are the very rays that creep into our place. There's a memory of you everywhere we go, and as you drifted away, you knew it would be so. In your heart, you knew we wanted you to stay, but life had in store a different way. When I went to your resting place that day, the sun warmed me right through. And although you're far away from us, we're still connected with you. As I left your resting place that day, the sun shed a beautiful light, the very same sun that came out those days I held you oh so tight. I gave you all I had to give. If I had more, I'd given that too. I wanted to make a difference in your life. I just wanted to be with you. You took a part of us with you, and that hurts us so, but memories stay with us forever, therefore love continues to grow. Thank you. Rest in peace, Annie.
I just want to say, if everyone could just turn to the person next to you and give them a hug, because that was Anne's thing. So I think if we can honour her in any way, just give hugs. 'Cause that was her thing.
I know.
Getting a bit wild up that end.
I know. Trying to give hugs to something that was like up here. The dog was clever. He's waiting for a hug.
Come here, brother.
Beautiful Annie.
You only take the best.
I used to say, what are you doing today?
We stayed for a while, huh?
I'm doing yoga. Go to enough yoga challenge. I call it yoga.
Oh, darling Annie, I think that what you taught us more than anything is that what family and connection is all about. And for such a reserved person as myself, I really thank what the government and the powers that be did to us, because without that we wouldn't have found each other, and we wouldn't have learnt the lessons of love and hugs and absolute unconditionality of acceptance of every one of us. If it wasn't for you, Annie, and your free hugs t-shirts, it didn't matter what I went to, you were there with your t-shirts and your hearts. And you just spread love like a big rainbow cloud wherever you were. And hopefully we can reflect on our own selves and our own feelings and realise that we're probably we've learned a lot from you, and we are growing more into what you wanted us all to be. So thank you, Annie, for your lessons of unconditional love, and that it's okay to give and accept hugs. Love you, lady, and fly high.
Beautiful.
So much love on this side, so much hatred on that side. You went with songs to the battle.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. embrace. How sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
And he always brought roses for us to pull apart and throw into the lake. So feel free to come across and grab a rose, a red rose or a creamy rose. Oh.
Hazel.
Oh, hello. That's all happening.
Oh, sorry guys. Nothing like wrecking it. Beautiful. Okay, so let's focus. Oh, you might need to go just a little bit further out. Yeah, beautiful. And a lovely red one.
You round it?
Does that look good?
You round? Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Okay, let's go around here so we can see. Oh, how beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Very pretty.
Thank you, Anita. Thank you.
Yeah, that was lovely.
Bear thinks you're making him a bed.
Several.
Doing a panel.
That is the most beautiful sprinkling of petals that we've ever had. I'll draw mine in there too.
Sending any love to blot out the evil over there.
Mick. Mick, you bring your camera on the side there.
Beautiful bear. Thank you, bear. Annie would have loved that. She would have just loved that. So love it's all drifting out into the lake. Perfect. A couple of duckies. Hey Katie. Hey Matthew. Thank you. Hey Daniel. Oh, beautiful words, Bianca. Right back at you. I'll read that out in case, I don't know, in case the messages drop off, the chat drops off, who knows. Bianca said, you people right there, right now, and on the other side of the screen, are the purest, kindest, best examples of humanity. I too am so glad to have met you all, and especially Annie. We have learnt from Annie, we certainly have. And thank you, Bianca, you are also one of the most beautiful souls, as are all of you lovely people on there. Thank you so much for joining us today. Annie would love to know that you were all there.
I've seen their energy before. But Ruby and Anne will be there together. That's those two ducks.
Mine's not.
And the strength and love and light. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to get in on that.
Yeah. Come on.
Anyone else want to join hugs?
Anyone want to join hugs? Did she have a favourite song? Any? Did she like the Joy to the Kids or whatever one?
She did.
Yeah. Whatever you like. Yeah, technology really helps. Saves the net. Ladies.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
So much.
Safe travels. Wherever you go.
She's not going anywhere. She's staying here with us.
She's watching and she's saying, now the stories I could tell you.
Now I know.
The
Now I
things
know
that I
all.
have seen in the last few
Yeah,
days.
I look so good up here.
Yes, and imagine the energy without any of the little niggly. Yeah, the density. That's it. Yes. She's free. She is free.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I don't think so.
She'd go across the bloody water.
You'd have to give me a defib on the way back.
No, I can go in there and get good footage.
Hear the voice of my grandmother's calling me. I hear the voice of my grandmother's song. She says, stand in your power, women, stand in your power. Listen, 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 listen. I hear the voice of my grandmother's calling me. I hear the voice of my grandmother's song. She say, give birth, give life, mothers, give birth, give life. Listen, 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 listen. I hear the voice of my grandmother's calling me. I hear the voice of my grandmother's song. She say, teach them, be wise, grow and teach them, be wise. Listen, 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 listen. I hear the voice of my grandmother's calling me. I hear the voice of my grandmother's song. She say, wake up, child, wake up, listen, 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 listen. I hear the voice of my grandmother's calling me. I hear the voice of my grandmother's song. She says, stand in your power, women, stand in your power. Listen, 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 listen. I hear the voice of my grandmother's calling me. I hear the voice of my grandmother's song. She say, give birth, give life, mothers, give birth, give life. Listen, 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 listen. I hear the voice of my grandmother's calling me. I hear the voice of my grandmother's song. She say, teach them, be wise, grow and teach them, be wise. Listen, 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 listen. I hear the voice of my grandmother's calling me. I hear the voice of my grandmother's song. She say, wake up, child, wake up, listen, 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 listen. I hear the voice of my grandmother's calling me. I hear the voice of my grandmother's song. She says, stand in your power, women, stand in your power. Listen, 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 listen. I hear the voice of my grandmother's calling me. I hear the voice of my grandmother's song. She say, give birth, give life. Mothers give birth, give life. Listen, 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 listen. I hear the voice of my grandmother's calling me. I hear the voice of my grandmother's song. She say, teach them, be wise. Mothers, teach them, be wise. Listen, 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 listen. I hear the voice of my grandmother's calling me. I hear the voice of my grandmother's song. She say, wake up, child, wake up, listen, 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 listen. I hear the voice of my grandmother's calling me. I hear the voice of my grandmother's song. She says, stand in your power, women, stand in your power. Listen, 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 listen.
You hugging trees? This one?
Got a few additional nature elements in our little collection here. Should go looking for other mushrooms. Maybe we've got a few growing at the moment.
I have one outbush right by my house.
These ones you're not eating directly. Apparently you need to you need to dehydrate those ones and grind them.
I don't pose, it's got it when you're not.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's it, I'm going. And I'm like,
I like action shots where you're like halfway to a single.
Well, the rose petals still hanging around. Beautiful.
Yeah, that's good. Can you tell I'm a photographer?
Oh.
So there you go. There's an action shot. So much better.
I hope you guys could hear everybody's speeches.
Or
it was just for us, it wasn't for them across the lake, so didn't want to make it too loud. Blessings to you too, Aaron.
You should have seen what the
Thank you so much. We love that, you know, we've got you, Ara, and Nobby
There's no dark
across the world joining us all the time. It's so beautiful. Thank you, Jimbo. Wish you were here too. Yeah. It's yeah. It's the way Annie did it for everybody else. It's always, you know, a group effort, but Annie was the one who got it going.
Yeah,
all those loving, beautiful touches. That's what she was so good at.
I can't remember why. I was going through Newcastle to come here.
So it's left to us to carry on with her guidance, of course.
Oh, yeah. It was a straw. It was the size of a straw.
Okay, how long have we been? Oh, nearly 2 hours.
I put the video of the camera going in. And a little
Just leave you sitting there.
And that's why
while we
pack
things up. I'll have to start blowing out some of these candles so we can actually move them. So I might do that now, I think.
I got tonsillitis there and I left it all night, left it the next day. On the way back, my throat closed up.
Yeah.
I actually had to cut a piece of hose and stick it down my neck so I could breathe. I almost died.
Yeah.
And I went to the hospital with a piece of garden.
You've seen them do it in the movies. They cut a section out here and put a pipe.
Blood.
Yeah, they're drippies. Yeah.
Had to save my own life.
Yeah. Put that on your resume. That's problem solving. Or I was going on that got stuck.
Pull the cane in. Green right out.
Yeah.
Light me up, will you?
Yeah. See if you can make duck noises.
When I get there, New South Wales cops there.
Jane said what a beautiful service. She was watching online, singing. Yeah, Pam, and Karen as well.
I went through a couple of billies before I go down. Get me motivated. No, anyway, that's my theory.
420, brother.
Stay here now
Doesn't say AM or
and it was more, ready, and then, okay, we're ready. I had one a couple of weeks ago going down the coast, fucking I panicked all the way down there. The amount of highway patrol on the road, they just, yeah. Then I drug test. Mate, I don't drink it, I don't take drugs.
I love the one that first
Get a high 18.
yeah. I remember the family put up the photo of her when she was a child.
Yeah, and she was the tallest one.
She's the tallest one. I was like, what?
Yeah, no, when I had to read that again. I didn't read that.
Must have been the oldest.
Oh, yeah. After going there, lining up and stuff. And Jodie.
Especially in this town.
Well, she was the tallest at one point.
Young ones have been taught wrong.
Yeah, because I used to always like in photos of the little ones.
Yeah.
Miss Annie and Ruby was little.
I was upset. Get this shit over and done with. Get over it.
Mighty little lady.
Yeah.
Quite a few.
Have a look at it, mate. Watch the movie, Witches.
We can get in. Yeah, she was always busy. Like, the day there with the crystal that weekend with the crystals. That, and then there was a clairvoyant time, and
Then how many turned up in Canberra at the big protest?
Yeah, we all come and do this and they go, oh, and go home and laugh. And she's off.
Media was about 10,000 people.
I always went in to swim. How often do you used to swim?
In the middle of winter. I'd say to and what
And
they
then,
do.
what was it, the gatekeepers?
Oh, wow. That's too cold.
You might as well just go home. And we shouldn't have fucking gone out there.
Yeah.
And I jumped in and I got about halfway to the island. She swam
She goes the whole
she
way.
goes around the island and
Yeah,
comes
comes
back.
back, yeah. You wouldn't think so, but hey.
That's healthy.
When she first told me that, I went, oh sure. We all like to exaggerate little stories.
No, she
And I
did
just looked- and she goes, yeah, and I was there one day and she did it and I went,
Yeah, I wouldn't have that.
no.
That's the shock. She was healthy.
Yeah.
She loved to
And look
find
after
Highland
herself.
swims too.
Oh yeah, that's right, yeah, she used to get on
Yeah.
and she'd say that.
She's a better swimmer than me.
Yeah, because you go down there with a
Confident.
group of you girls.
Yeah.
Used to go down there and swim. She said the other ladies liked it up further where you could swim. She used to like it down down near the rapids.
But she's still was a good swimmer.
Oh yeah.
She lived a very healthy lifestyle.
Yeah, it's something you never forget.
And like to see others around her doing the same thing.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and her slices.
No, you don't.
I'd even get a special one every now and then.
Oh, would you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like a veggie one, because I'm vegetarian, so she'd make a little veggie one, and then she'd always do a quiche.
So is that the actual shirt she's wearing in the picture?
She gave it to me one day when I was feeling sad. Yeah, I don't know. I'm assuming.
Probably.
It is.
I think it is, yeah.
It is.
I don't know how many she had.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I've got one of her shirts.
Yeah.
I actually gave it to my daughter. I was going to wear it, but...
This one?
Yeah, yeah,
She
yeah.
must have had a few.
The only thing that I can smell is that.
The one she gave me is not...
I'd rather you smell that.
I think I think it's blue.
Yep.
Still white blue or... Yeah. It's not purple. Oh, this has got purple in it, this has got purple.
My son's 16th
One little rough
birthday
outside that she gave me.
Well, not today, but his party.
She's so giving, so giving.
I'm going to,
Giving woman.
What you doing?
Not just giving, she was very welcoming.
Yes, welcoming and giving, but every time she'd have something in her car, right?
Yeah.
Come to my car.
She'd bring out a books.
Yeah, books, yeah.
And sprays. She had sprays.
Yeah, I got that in the car. Magnesium spray.
Or like some other spray that she used to buy, spiritual water.
Yeah. Yeah, and I got all the magnesium sprays and stuff like that, which I use.
We've all been touched by her.
Yeah, we used to compare books, because then she also had the freedom books as well. Just to bring all them out.